Galera, vamos lá. Depois de umas horas, né, que eu salvei aqui, vamos começar esse segundo quarto. Não, começar esse segundo tempo. Pula isso daqui, cara. Vamos lá, não vai estar de nada aqui. Fim do segundo quarto, ajoelhou. Vamos lá. 76 pro New York Jets, 167 jardas totais do Jets, 76 corridas, 91 passadas. Vamos lá. Dallas com o Aubrey aí pro kickoff. Vamos lá. Kickoff tá valendo. Foi na endzone, vai se ajoelhar. E se ajoelhou.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
Vamos lá.
25-yard line.
Tá aqui o Wilson. Passe incompleto. Do 18 passes, soltou 12, 99 jardas. Dallas aí 91 jardas passadas. Quase que uma recepção espetacular aí. Eu não vi o cara que tentou, que ia recebendo a bola, né? Aqui o Wilson. Bloqueado o passe. Terceira para 10. Vamos lá. Vamos lá, Zach Wilson precisa. Não conseguiu nenhuma jarda sequer. Cara, podia tentar uma corrida, Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson podia tentar uma corrida. Vamos lá, vamos pro punch. Primeiro punch aqui já do segundo tempo, com 10 segundos de segundo tempo. Vamos lá, vai ser derrubado bem na hora. 27 jardas do campo de defesa do Dallas. Só no punch conseguiu mais jardas que o Jets, né? Vamos lá. Vamos. Só passou 16 segundos aqui. Vamos lá. Calma aí, galera.
And his throw here's incomplete. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass. And that one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising. Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's gonna have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play. A second down throw for Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air? 1st down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup, and it's a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes, left side. He's got room to roam, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Aqui deu fumble aqui, mas foi touchdown mas não valeu. O touchdown, ele já tinha caído no chão. Dak Prescott. Tony Pollard conseguiu 3 jardas. Não chega para 2, o Dallas Cowboys já tá em distância de field goal aí. Vamos lá. O snap. Dak Prescott. Derrubado muito lerdo, cara. 2 corridas do Dak Prescott tentou, só conseguiu 6 jardas. Ele perdeu jardas agora, né? Franklin Myers aí com o sack. Nossa, que lerdeza do Dak Prescott, cara. Vamos pro field goal de 35 jardas, mais ou menos. De 34. O field goal é bom. Caraca, mano, bateu na rede e voltou. Bem estranha, né? Bem estranha essa rede aí.
Drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know the confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
Vamos lá.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this
Kickoff. Tá valendo, vai pro retorno aí o New York Jets. 29 jardas, 25. Nossa, eu confundi o 3 lá. Exatamente 25, se eu olhasse, ia conseguir essas 25 também aí. Zach Wilson voltando pra campo.
They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start
Zach Wilson, o passe pro Bruce Hall. Tentou 11 corridas, o Bruce Hall conseguiu 41 jardas. Clark conseguiu 2 tackles aí. Finalmente corrida, né? Que o Jets tenta. Já tinha perdido a bola lá, né? Que tentou o punch no início do seu segundo quarto, tentou passes aqui, o Wilson errou todos. Na verdade ele acertou, mas só faltava os caras conseguir a recepção. O Zach Wilson consegue o first down e muito mais. 46 jardas do campo ofensivo do New York Jets. 105 jardas corridas do New York Jets. O Lewis com 2 tackles. Zach Wilson demorou para ser derrubado também. Tinha nenhum defensor do Cowboys no meio do caminho, não?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Desse cara. É só chutar reto. O cara tá a 60 jardas. Tá a 50 jardas da endzone. O cara vai lá e chuta pra esquerda.
Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Prescott vai tentar um passe, hein? Se livrou da bola. Deixa eu ver options. Acessibility. Tá no rookie, mas tem nada a ver não. Vamos lá. Já volto, galera. Caramba, já volto, galera. É bastante tempo que eu vou ficar de fora.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
2nd down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll run with Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
They go play action now. Wilson. Touchdown, Jets.
The 2 Wilsons, Zach and Garrett, teaming up there. And the Jets have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Prescott now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll give to Hall. And the broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
A give to Pollard running left. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7. Wilson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. There's big Quinnen Williams, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Prescott now on 2nd down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And that
it's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 33, here's a second down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's first and 10. They toss it down to Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. They run with a rookie from K-State, Deuce Vaughn. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a third and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, it's Pollard, and he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And it's caught. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Second down, goal to go. Pollard is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Dak. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time, Prescott on 4th. This is caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Caught left side by Cobb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 8, 70 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Here's Dak. Complete. Pollard.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Here's Prescott.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.